Hello everybody, Abed's brother here, and today we're going to take another look at the performance of Deus Ex Human Revolution on the Intel Arc A770. When I tested this a year ago, Human Revolution did not perform well at all. The dips and stutters were just beyond comprehension, at least to me. But I heard they fixed it in a patch, so when I got a new A770, my first thought was, let's see how it goes now. And the only difference between that system that I tested a year ago and this system is I am actually running a Ryzen 7 now instead of it's a 3700X. Let's do... Luminosity's fine. Display mode, so we are at 1440. Let's go advanced. So we just had the I just did the Mankind Divided video, which had issues with texture filtering. In Human Revolution, the game will stutter if it's on anything other than trilinear filtering. This has been true for years at this point. Let's do a new game. I'm seeing plenty high frame rates in the load screens. That's a good sign. Skip this. And okay. This is very promising. Let's see what we got. We're at 250 FPS.
Back there, Meg? About how
200.
Nothing. It's just my nerves talking.
Might be a slight CPU bottleneck here.
You should know about this place, about Sarah.
Very slight, if so.
Still getting biochemical
Okay, they really did their work on this drive. The driver team really did their homework on this.
Could be throwing off your calibrations.
Right. I'll double check that.
That's very good.
I can't believe you were asking about.
Now, when she goes through the door over there usually is a bit of stutter as it loads in. I don't know if it's just the way the old game code translates to the new hardware. Okay, no stutter. She's going to round a corner right here.
If we had a better cytometer.
And when it loads the hallway, there's usually a bit of stutter.
I'll ask David to consider it.
Well, if he orders one from Page Industries,
No, not bad. Not bad at all. It's very good.
You overthink everything.
You know what GPU I played this game on that actually played this the smoothest? It was Radeon Terascale 3.
We work with teachers, doctors, construction.
Whatever way they changed the coding rendering pipeline for GCN and for Maxwell, I think. Maxwell being NVIDIA, of course. It introduced issues with Human Revolution. Now, if you're playing at 60 FPS, which, let's be fair, 99% of people were back then, you didn't really notice. You know, if you're playing this on a GTX 750 Ti, you were probably going to be locking this to 60 FPS. You weren't going for high refresh. High refresh as a thing, there weren't even many monitors out there. You know, 120 FPS was a thing. 240 FPS was like, there may have been one on the market back then. Back then being 2011, 2013. This is very good so far, Intel. This is impressive.
I'm afraid I have to run, but Vasily has all the details, General.
Of course.
Very impressive. No stutters. No real stutters yet.
Teacher would just love
The next spot for stutters is they're going to get in the elevator.
But neural augmentations that
And we're going to get a pre-rendered cutscene. And then it's going to load into them in the elevator. And when it loads into them in the elevator, sometimes there's some stutter. Then the elevator's going to go up, Pritchard's going to get in.
I like everyone, Dr. Reed.
Yeah.
And then Farida Malik is going to fly by. Here's the pre-render. Fly by. And when Malik flies by in the chopper, you get some stutter sometimes. Okay, no stutter.
Where are you going?
Diane's office. I forgot to leave her a key so she can walk Kubrick. He's coming.
Memory throttle reasons, yes. It just said yes.
Did you
Now
just
why
run
was
out of
that?
days yet?
I moved it.
Is it power?
And I fenced
I'm at 206 watts.
like you always said you were going to.
It must have spiked to
Yeah.
228 right
Never got
there.
around to that. Sorry.
Me too. About a lot of things.
It's not heat. It's staying cool.
There's something
Okay, Pritchard gets on.
Good evening.
We hit
Pritchard.
throttle again.
So, are we all ready for the trip?
No stutters. Yeah, it's got to be power.
see you in the helipad, Adam.
Sure.
It's got to be a power throttle.
Did I interrupt something, Jensen?
Fix that fire.
I raised the power limit on this card. It's 190 watts by default, and I raised it to the max, which is 228, so it should not be throttling.
Oh, wait, I forgot. XCOM.
And it's dual 8-pin connectors. That should be good to 375 watts, so there should be no problem on this. Okay, this is another spot for stutter.
Tracker scientist implanted locator devices.
Not bad.
Security plans in Washington don't
Well done, Intel.
They will.
How wonderful to see you both. Go right in, Adam.
Deus Ex Human Revolution is one of those games that's a candidate for, like, it's on my GOAT list. So this makes me very happy to see the progress, the work that the ARC team had to have put in to get this level of improvement compared to the way it was a year ago.
Big day for us tomorrow. Everything in place?
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will escort us to the Hill, and then Federal Protection Services.
Very
takes
impressive.
over.
Now the next test is going to be
She's nervous.
when I assume control, assuming direct control, when I assume control of Jensen,
It's incredible. All those
send him down the elevator and start going through the labs.
all Megan's done is figure out how to
Usually when
unlock
he gets into the elevator and then steps out of it, there's a chance for some stutter too.
It's safer and easier than anything you did.
And for the record, this game is installed on the light blue drive readout on my overlay there. That is a 5400 RPM Western Digital Blue.
Not tonight. Use my elevator to get down there.
You know, load times are fast and everything. It's like, oh, must be on SSD. Nope. These old games, you really don't need more than a 5400 RPM hard drive. Up to, I'd say, about... might get away with... No stutters. You might get away with up to... I want to say, maybe 4 gigabytes of video memory draw. You see we're using about 2 gigs right now. Games that use 4 gigs could probably get away with up to 4 gigs demand on a 5400 RPM hard
Can you get
drive.
eyes on her?
Wouldn't want to do more than that, because then you're going to be... This 5400 RPM hard drive can do... I've seen 110 megabytes a second, but that's really pushing it.
Pritchard.
I've seen 125 for like a brief flash, but I don't think it can do any more than that. 5400. Oh, we got some frame time stuff here. Is this because the frame rate is unlimited? That's my question. It could be. We're probably hitting the limits of whatever the CPU can funnel to the graphics card. You know, we're over 240 FPS here at this point. Well utilized, though. Oh, I know what happens here. I don't want to get demonetized. No way. Well utilized, though. We're over 90%. Yep, there's some more stuff there. Still a problem with texture streaming, I'm guessing. And that just looks choppy. Not sure if that's OBS or if that's something with me. Come on, guys, that wasn't necessary. Alright, we'll just go through this next room and then we'll call it. Yep, still getting more stutter when we're loading stuff in. Wonder if that would be there if I had the VSync on. Getting some new stutters there. Once it's loaded in, it seems fine. So I'm guessing I'm just going to put that down to my, maybe down to my hard drive? Maybe not. It could also just be the game itself. This game always had issues with stutter. This is actually the smoothest I have played this game in, I don't know, 8 years. There's always stutters, at least in the opening level, and this is very, very smooth. So Deus Ex Human Revolution on Intel Arc, it is fixed. Good job, Intel Arc driver team. You did a good one here. If this video was useful to you, please give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.